no tails, and a flag with 3 legs. This weekend Britain visits the Isle of Man for its 1000th anniversary. This island, washed by the Irish Sea, lies strategically between England, Scotland, Ireland and Wales. Now, with that combination of cultures coursing through the veins of the Manxmen, nothing seems peculiar over here. In the 20th century, this island is somewhat of an enigma, but they like being set apart from their neighbours. For instance, there's been a lot of controversy about birching from all quarters, but they hang on to it against opposition. Nevertheless, progressive ideas like votes for women and comprehensive education were introduced here years before they were in the United Kingdom. Many of the ideas actually come from the people themselves, from petitions got up in the streets, and thousands of people turn up to support their pet causes. Manx law is certainly democratic. The petitions are presented to and read out at their own parliament. The parliament, or Tynwald, is possibly the most outstanding feature of the Isle of Man. It's certainly one of the most remarkable survivals of political history. Now, this mount has been the site of the oldest parliamentary ceremony in Europe. It's probably been here since the first Viking king was crowned about 1,000 years ago. Tynwald Mount is built of soil brought from every parish on the island, making it truly every man's land. July the 5th is Tynwald Day, and it's clothed in all the pomp and circumstance that the occasion merits. Held on the site of an old Norse temple, church and state now become one. The ceremony is open in the broadest sense of the word. New laws are read out in English and Manx. Technically, if any are left out today, they cease to be valid.
I exhort you to proclaim to the people in ancient form such laws as have been enacted during the past year.
Number 1, Judicature Wardship Act, which provides as to the procedure for making minors wards of court.
Geese, Slatus Ebenagera, the Carrail Ebenagera, Sanshatan Slatustin Vale.
If any person wishes to present a petition for redress, let him now come forward.
Even today, there's no shortage of campaigners to preserve Manx individuality. Afterwards, one pageant swapped for another. Next year promises to be even more festive as the island plans to celebrate the millennium of Tynwald Day, a throwback to the earliest Viking invasion, an event reenacted with great gusto, if not absolute authenticity by modern Manx enthusiasts. The Norsemen left their mark, not just stamped into the landscape, but through an enduring government. The Victorians came too and turned it into a playground. And the whole island is still a showplace of perfectly, still functioning Victoriana. The island's tax haven status has brought in the wealthy without excluding tourists like us. 1,000 years of Manx history seems to be the right time for a new invasion that the island is not only encouraging, but promoting. Operation Roots, they call it. A chance for people of Manx descent to come from overseas to discover their past. New Zealander Glyn Christian, who's a direct descendant of Fletcher Christian of Mutiny on the Bounty, has already traced 21 generations of his ancestors back through the island's history. Technically speaking, I'm not standing on British soil, but this is a Crown possession. The Manx people are descendants of Viking seafarers and Celtic farmers, with probably as true an intermingling of Scots, English, Irish and Welsh as anywhere else in the world. A strange and timeless place, so close to the United Kingdom, but with a strong identity of its own. This is Maggie Palmer, signing off for This Week in Britain from the Isle of Man.